So this Eureka Power Speed was a recent trash find. People even left a post-it note here saying it works. So why'd they throw it away? Looks to be in really good condition. It's got all the accessories with it. Nothing obviously wrong with it. How does it push? Well, leaves a lot to be desired. It'll still work, but you can see both of the wheels are bowing out. And that's because on these cheaper vacuums, these don't have axles in them. They're just pressed into place. So you can see it's very obvious what happened here. The normal usage of this machine, the wheels spinning, wallered out the holes that these things sit in. So they're really loose and floppy. Eventually, these things will just fall right out if they keep using this machine. Are all cheap vacuums like that? Not really. This Bissell's a little bit more money, but it's got an actual axle on the wheels. And I believe that's metal, so you'll never have an issue with that. The rest of this, though, it's got a little bit more to be desired, but it's all disposable junk at some point. How about we look at some cheaper Bissells that are in the same category as that Eureka? These are all the same vacuum effectively. These have axles on them. They are plastic. They are pressed in right here. But you can see you'll never have a wheel problem as soon with one of these Bissells like you would with that Eureka. It is of my humble opinion that if you are going to buy a sub $150 vacuum, at least go with something that'll last you a little bit longer. Because the amount of microplastic waste that these things generate in a landfill is absolutely awful. Looking at the rest of this thing, and I will say that the Bissells are leaps and bounds better than these cheap Eurekas, but the build quality on these is just horrendous. Stuff falls apart. This is just pressed on. It's not no screw going through it or anything. At least on the Bissells, they're smart enough to stick a screw through here and attach it to the machine. Looking at the accessories, just normal usage of this wore it out. This is only glued on up here. That came out. But look at this. That's not supposed to happen. Just a PSA. Buy a better vacuum, or at least if you're going to buy cheap, do a little bit more research and get a cheap Bissell. It'll last you a little longer. Stay tuned for more videos.